Okay, for this assignment, we're going to do our usual. Go find our template, which is in the borders folder. So first thing we're going to do, select our object layer as always, and we're going to go ahead and start drawing the front view of this. This is a little unique since this is a cylinder. We do not need to really draw this. We will draw the cylinder, but on the front view, as we're looking at the long edge with that little tab sticking out there, we're going to draw a line, and this is going to be the edge of our cylinder. So I'm going to turn my ortho on. And the height of it's 2.5. So right there's our part, the edge of it. Get this line weight for the object line. Now the diameter of it, which we can use as if we're looking at the edge, it's going to look like a rectangle. So the diameter is 2. Now we're going to go up 2.5. We're going to close it off there. So this is actually the diameter or the cylinders we're looking at the right side. So next thing we want to do is you got a couple options. I'm going to go ahead and draw the center line for the heck of it. So I'm going to do a snap over where I go midpoint to midpoint. I'm going to offset, which is right there, 0.25. Go ahead and just bring it up here, there, there. I'm going to do an extend. Now hopefully you're saying I still need to fix the layer. You're absolutely correct. I'm going to erase these, erase, or you can hit delete or whichever you want to do. Select it, and we'll go ahead and make it a center line. That being a center line, now we got to do the diameter. Diameter, we got to do 0.875 divided by 2, which makes our radius. So if we come this way, that distance, and the other way. So if we do offset, 0.4375, because 0.4375 is the math we did. So I'm going to select this, go this way, select that, go that way. I'm going to do a trim. I'm going to trim this line, trim this line, trim this line, this line. Although them are center lines, we can come back up here and make these hidden. So right there's our feature. So now we got to put this tab in here. So to do that tab, I'm looking and it says 1 from the top. So I'm doing an offset of 1. Select it and go down with it. And then it says the same thing for from the bottom. So now I have that. I'm going to go ahead and it says it's 1.75 from the edge, from over here to the center. So what you can do is you can select this offset and do 1.75. Select the center line and offset this way. And then I thought it'd be further. But so then we're going to do an extend, EX, or you can select the extend. Then I'm going to do a trim, TR. Same thing, TR. Still thought it'd be further out. Match properties, I'm going to match that object line to here. Now, since this comes at the edge of it, it's the same width. So as this comes in, it terminates right at the edge here. So I'm going to do trim, TR, or you can do up there. I'm going to terminate right there. Also, there is actually no hidden line right here because it goes right through and it wraps around. So this is formed right around this tab here. So when we put this in, I'm going to offset this 0.75. Yeah, there. That 0.75 has to be from the edge of here. 1.75 from the edge this way. Then what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to use a fillet. The radius already set to 0. I'm going to select here to here. I'm going to repeat the fillet command here to here. Let me erase that line there. That looks a little more realistic. So now that that's 1.75, just give me an idea. I'm doing from here to there, 1.75. So all I'm going to do is an offset, 0.75. Select this line here. That's going to be our center line. So now we got to do a diameter. So our diameter is that 0.437. That's saying from this diameter here to this side to this side. So we're going to take that and do a divide by 2 to get our radius, 0.2185. So if we do an offset, 0.2185, what we had there. I'm going to hit enter and I'm going to go this way with it and this way with it. So that's our hidden hole going through there. So now you can do match properties, MA, or select your hidden line, or you can just make it a hidden line. Go up to your layers and do hidden line. I'm going to repeat the command and do it for my center. I'm going to do an offset, 0.25, just trying to make my center line look consistent. I'm going to do an extend, EX, and since I'm going to erase these, that don't look like a center line, I'm going to type PR. I'm going to make my line type 0.5, scale it down. So now that I have that, that looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do the top view now, or we could do the right side view. I just do the top for the fun of it. So I'm going to go ahead and project all this information up, like you guys already should be doing. Bring all that information up to help you. This is center line, hidden line, hidden line. So beautiful, right? A little confusing. So we're going to go ahead and draw the front of this. This would be this tab right here going to there, and then this is our circle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll offset it. I'll show you something different. Offset it. The diameter of our part's 2, so the width of our part would be 2. So right there's the width of our part. Now to help you, if you're like, there's a bunch of lines there, it's getting confusing, we can go ahead and match some properties up. Say, okay, these are center lines. Let's go ahead and match these up, make these hidden. We'll fix these later. Okay, so now, oh, we sort of see a square there. We sort of start seeing a tab there. So I'm going to do a trim. Trim these out. Okay, looking pretty good. Now this one is where we can draw a circle. This one though is a little more difficult. I'm going to do snap override. Hopefully, maybe not. We're going to need a center line anyway, so I'll select the midpoint here and bring it this way. So now we have that center line, I can actually use that intersection and come over this way. And right there is that circle. So we can take this now, erase it, hit delete. We can actually do the same thing with this, hit delete. It's starting to look more and more like it. I'm going to actually do a match properties, try to clean this thing up for me. I'm going to make that a center line. Oh, we got center lines there for that intersection. A center line right here for our circle here. And then I'm going to do a trim. I'm going to trim this center line. You could do the circle too. Either way you want to do it. And right there's that circle. So now we have that. We can actually do the same thing in this circle. We're just drawing our circle to that hidden line. We have that done now. So we can hit delete and get rid of that. Now we could do the same thing here. We got an intersection. Come this way. Go to that intersection. Now we can get rid of this information. Delete. All we have to do is offset our offset 0.25 for how far we want our center lines to stick out. Only reason I do that is so we have consistent centers. So I'm going to trim this up. Don't really need them out past this. I'm going to erase that now with E, enter. I'm going to do another trim. Select this here. Trim this. Trim that. Trim that. I'm going to select these. Hit E for erase. And right there's our part. You could probably trim it right there, but I just left it going. This don't look like a center line, so I'm going to go ahead and come and do my match properties and select this line and come up there and match properties. So right there's that part. So we just need to do the right side view. Same thing as we've done before. Select our feature. Let's just bring it right on over. Now this one's sort of limited. We can't pull a lot of information from it. But if we do a copy, I'm going to select my features up here. I'm going to do a rotate. Ooh, rotate. Don't mind the phone call. Rotate, select this feature. We'll move this over, move it on up. Now you gotta be conscious of which side you're looking at. So we're doing the glass box, we're gonna be looking at it this way. If you flip that around, your hole's gonna be in the back and it'll be hidden. So let's just bring these features straight down. These are gonna be hidden now because we're looking through it. Beautiful, but confusing at this point. So we're going to do a match properties. Let's get that center line here. Now I'm going to do a match properties again. I'm going to select this hidden line because we know these are going to be hidden now as we're looking through it. We're not going to see these holes as we're looking through this part. But we got to think which ones are we going to see and what are we not. So I'm going to do a big old trim. This is the outside of our cylinder. We know nothing's going to go past this. So might as well get rid of that. So now we're thinking, now them big holes, yeah, they go through the whole cylinder. What about this little hole? It doesn't go through the whole cylinder, so we'll trim this out. Actually, that don't look too bad. I'm going to do an offset, 0.25. Select this line, go this way. Select this line, go that way. Do an extend. Select this line. Select this line. There to there, and that should be it. We can select this, erase this, erase this. This view is done now. We can erase that, hit delete. And right there's our part. Front view, top view, right side view on a third angle projection. So let's go ahead and throw some dimension there and be done with this. So we'll change our dimension, do our linear dimension. Let's see here. Where do I want to start? I'll start on the left side. So left side shows us an overall dimension, 2.5. Now I'll come this side, says 1 for the height from that side, and then 1 from the height on this side. Line them up right there. Okay, I'm going to go around the top. So it says a diameter of 2. So I'm going to just change this up. Go diameter of 2 right here. Diameter of 0.875 right there. I'll hit this little circle right here. I'm going to double click on it real quick, or do properties. Change our mark to none. I'm going to do a match properties, and get rid of these center marks here. Okay. So keep going around. It says 0.75 from the edge. So I'm going to do linear. Select that endpoint to there, 0.75. Then it says 1, so let's just check my work here. Don't want any overlapping dimensions. Don't want dimensions on the lines. And then it says 1.75 from the edge. We'll go ahead and select this dimension here to here, 1.75. And there we go. So that's it for that one. We can type insert real quick. Browse apparently likes that arrow. Put on an A sheet, click OK. So I'm going to scale this up again. I'm going to try 3/4. So 4 divided by 3, invert it. Let's try and move this. Turn my orthographic off. Let's just move this down. Turn my ortho on. I'd be using F8, but it turns off the video recording. Don't want to do that. Now I can do a move. Bump this. There we go. So now I can type explode one more time. And we'll go through A1, problem 52, problem 52, called steel. Okay, initials, MTH, today's date, 11/3/13, problem 52, file name, problem 52, hopefully you're using your drawing number. Today's date, 11/3/13. Scale, 3/4 inch equals 1 inch. And we'll do sheet 1 of 1. And then I'm just going to do text real quick. Make A, you can call it B, C, D, whichever you want. We'll just change this to text. And right there's that drawing, all done. So hopefully this helps.